Hello friends, how are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shaquille, and today I'm bringing you a story from history that is not only fascinating, but also full of lessons. This is the story of the year 1620, when a small group of people set out across the ocean with a dream of freedom. These were the people we know as the Pilgrims, and their famous ship was the Mayflower. Their journey was not easy, but their dreams, their sacrifices, and their determination changed history forever. So let's go back in time to the beginning of a journey that helped lay the foundations of America. In the early 1600s, religious freedom in England was only a dream. The Church of England and the king held complete control, and anyone who wanted to worship differently was punished, fined, or thrown in jail. Among them was a small group who later became known as the Pilgrims. They longed to worship God freely. At first, they fled to Holland, where they found freedom, but also poverty and hardship. Their children began adopting Dutch culture and language, and the Pilgrims feared losing both their identity and their mission. Finally, they made a bold decision to leave everything behind and start fresh across the Atlantic in America. In September 1620, 102 passengers boarded a merchant ship called the Mayflower. It wasn't designed for passengers, but it was their only hope. The voyage lasted 66 long days. Storms battered the ship, food spoiled, sickness spread, and some people died before ever reaching land. The stench, the fear, the overcrowding, every day was a struggle. Yet their faith and determination carried them through. In November, they finally sighted land, not Virginia, as planned, but Cape Cod, Massachusetts. A new challenge awaited them. Because they were outside Virginia, they had no legal charter and no official government. Tensions rose. Some argued they were free to ignore all rules. To prevent chaos, the Pilgrims wrote a simple but powerful agreement, the Mayflower Compact. On November 11, 1620, 41 men signed it. It declared that they would form a civil body politic, create fair laws, and obey them together. It was the first step toward self-government in the New World and a foundation of democracy that still inspires us today. But their trials were only beginning. The first winter was brutal. Bitter cold, hunger, and disease swept through the colony. Families lived in crude shelters while others stayed on the damp, freezing Mayflower. Scurvy, pneumonia, and exhaustion claimed lives daily. By spring, nearly half of the original 102 passengers were gone. At times, only a few strong survivors were left to care for the sick. Yet their courage and faith never broke. When spring finally came in 1621, those who remained were scarred by loss but stronger in spirit. Then came a turning point. That spring, a native leader named Samoset walked into the settlement and greeted them in broken English. Soon after, he introduced them to Squanto, who spoke English fluently and knew the land well. Squanto taught the Pilgrims how to plant corn with fish, where to catch fish, and how to survive in the wilderness. More importantly, Chief Massasoit of the Wampanoag tribe made a peace treaty with the Pilgrims, ensuring mutual protection and cooperation. This alliance was crucial. Without it, Plymouth Colony might not have survived. By the autumn of 1621, the Pilgrims had their first successful harvest. For the first time since leaving England, hope filled their hearts. To celebrate and give thanks, they prepared a great feast and invited their Wampanoag allies. Chief Massasoit arrived with about 90 of his people. For 3 days they shared food: venison, wild fowl, fish, corn, beans, squash, nuts, and berries. They played games, exchanged stories, and strengthened their friendship. This event became remembered as the first Thanksgiving, not just a meal, but a powerful symbol of gratitude, survival, and unity. Friends, this was the story of 1620, when the Pilgrims, with faith and courage, began a journey that helped shape a new nation. It is not just history, it is a lesson that patience, unity, and determination can turn even the impossible into reality. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more amazing stories from history. I'll see you in the next video with another inspiring chapter from the past. Until then, take care.